BMJ. Morning. It is, let me look. I have to look. I don't know what time it is or what day it is. Oh, it is June 23rd, 2026 at 11:02 a.m. Central. How many people woke up a different person? They've moved us out of the really awful place right here. I don't know if it'll stay that way because they're still cleaning it. They're still getting Aries out and Ariman. My frog is fading. Don't you hate when that happens? God, I love this frog. I don't want a real one. Did you watch any of the World Cup yesterday? I saw a little bit. The game was the game. It's always going to be about the Cardinals, okay? Arnado was in the building. God. He's on the wrong team, except, I mean, he's not. What do you think? I might have gotten some Scorpio. We get to be who we want to be now. My tier 1. But everybody's about to get, they've already started on everyone else. But it takes a minute. I mean, it's been since February 18th, February 28th of 2025 that they've been working on this tier 1. And tier 1 hasn't been as clear as my timeline, people. Of which there are a lot. I know who some of them are. Okay. But I don't know. I don't actually know them. It would just not be as much fun without this, would it? I could not wake up. I'm so squeezed so hard. Squeezed and twisted. That's percussion. Squeezed and twisted. What do you think? Instead of saying I drunk something yesterday, how about we change it to I drank? I just think that's simpler. How hard is it to learn English? I'm so glad that I already know it. I wish I could speak Spanish. Let's see where today goes. So P suggested this. To put on my hair. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to start with this much. Well, I don't know. Maybe I put too much on. Maybe this is... It looks greasy to me. But this was that I took a shower last night before, like at midnight. It does take away the clingies. And I do see that it's shinier and you don't see so many of the split ends. I think they're trying to help change my view of it through the lenses of the avatar. You want to see my friends? Do you guys need some of this in your hair? You want to lick this? This is about all that I can see that this hair could do structurally, because this hair has not ever had a professional touch it. So that is with this, not this. This is cut by me, and there's a lot of layers, but I would like those layers to do something, and they have such split ends. The real question is, who do I want to be? All right, I put some combs in. I used to use this stuff in the 70s, maybe some in the 80s. And I've had a lot of flyaways, and this actually does help. Hair. Well, I decided that I would just use it as a conditioner, and I'll leave it on until my night shower and see how much better it makes it, if it does at all. They're still pulling. Okay, so I've gotten into the St. Louis city government, watching it on YouTube, and I've gotten a familiarity for the aldermen, as much as a familiarity can be from someone that you don't actually interact with, but you watch them interact with other people and ask probing questions or not. It has been since I started doing that they've really started leaning into local government, but particularly this one, because I'm here and I'm watching it, and they have been on the world timeline to help change local government. Well, today was kind of epic. It turned into people getting brain bypasses, and I actually saw a woman change in mid-sentence. She suddenly became clear, concise, and confident. Like, she was like, okay, I'm really saying what I want to say. This, I can't believe this, but I don't think there was an I can't believe this, but she was suddenly able to express. And I ended up seeing that on several people, including people who were in the peanut gallery there to make their claims to what this particular bill would mean to them and their community or their business or their home. And it was just really interesting because everyone matters, unless they were evil, and they know who the evil ones are, and they won't be staying. And I did see some of that. But they had to just choose people who were already sentient outside of Ariman. So, but they probably had a lot of Uranus, is what they have said the whole time. Some kind of Uranus aspect kept their light safe, and they developed a personality out of it. So if you're talking about someone who was born after 2001, that was all robots. But there was a sentiency that arose that I don't think was even understood by the dark. Or they just used it and didn't give a shit. which is probably also. But I might attach the link to my YouTube account to the video, the live. It was live, so it was happening in real time. And from the front, I didn't start till like 30 minutes in. So from that point on, almost to the end, I got worn out because they just kept pulling Aries out of me. I think they may have totally annihilated the brain. By the end, there were people that I didn't think were capable of doing anything because I could sound that, like, one seemed autistic. And I'm just saying that in a communicative sense. They brought him to life in front of my eyes. And it was epic. There was someone in there. And he reminded me of a student that I had in the 2000s in Atlanta, whom I have not seen in that many years. So that was cool too. Okay. The only student I ever had that had a Porsche. That one will know that one. So, it's pretty big time epic right now. They've been also messing with faces. They found some kind of filter that we were being forced to look through, and it was astrology, but it had been extra attached to with just Aries, Ariman. And so those of us who had sentiency, which was a lot of us, and will be more, there's a crash, a kitty crash. They took it out. And that was a huge difference also in the video. I didn't know what they were doing, but I was sounding it. You know, I can feel them touching my brain. So the hair looks like a greasy mess, so I won't be using it for any kind of styling. But I'm hoping that it'll do something to make the split ends not as bad or something. I haven't even been putting product on my hair because there's just no point. I just sit here at home and have things pulled out and watch things, and then they sometimes fix people. They've been fixing people that I'm watching on the World Cup too. People in the audience at ball games. So, and I mean, we're to the point. If you want help being fixed and I need to see you, it might be that I just need to see you, look at you. And I have that option on my website. And that's not going to be charged. There's no charge. But at some point, the OC will be choosing who gets helped. Although, every time they find something particular, they find similar energies in everyone to try to alleviate whatever that was. So like the guy who looked like he was autistic. And what that means is I was seeing through him. And this is all sound. This has nothing to do with sight. This is a sound. They just removed something in his aura, and he suddenly became a person. And then they kept doing things, and he started looking like a man. Now, these are all things that a sound person is going to know. I don't know what your viewpoint is, or what you see. I can't know your perspective, but this is how I have seen, and I have done a lot of individual work being a musician and giving private lessons for, God, maybe going on 40 years. I don't know. I'm old. But that was always my favorite thing to do, was to figure out the person. And that's what I'm still doing, but they can make people better by what I'm sounding. Anyway, I'm going to stop. This is fucking long. That's it for today, folks. BMJ Chronicles out.